On Thursday night, Scottish domestic football returned once again after a 1-month break which seen Rangers take on Hibernian at Ibrox. The Gers came from behind twice in the match to secure all 3 points in Michael Beale's first game in charge. In today's video, we're going to discuss the 5 things we learned from the match and also provide you with a major update on a potential transfer ahead of the January window. Not only that, but we take a look at the Rangers' injury state of play, as players have been given a timeline on their return. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Before we get into the video, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Prior to Thursday night's game, Michael Beale revealed that Rangers were close to agreeing new contracts for 2 players, which at the time we knew was Leon King. However, the second player remained a mystery. However, a couple of hours before kickoff last night, Rangers announced that the mystery player who signed new terms was Yanis Hadji. Hadji initially joined the Light Blues on a loan deal in January 2020 and made an enormous impact in those months before the season was cancelled due to COVID, including an unforgettable double in the comeback victory over Braga in the Europa League. His impact was such in those 13 appearances that the agreement was made permanent in the summer, and since then has went on to feature a further 73 times with a total of 15 goals to his name. He played an important role in the league title in season 2020-2021 with 8 goals and numerous assists, but his season last year was ended by a knee injury in January. Whilst the Romanian international has been out for close to a year, he is back in training again and is close to return, and I believe he will be like a new signing when he does finally return to the fold. Hadji had this to say about his contract extension. The history that this club has pushes you every single day on the pitch and off the pitch to be a better player and be a better person. I like to think I have left something behind me and I've been giving really good memories to the fans, but I still feel like I haven't done everything that I want. I still have a lot of things to show and give this amazing group of people in Rangers as well as the fans. I just can't wait until I'm back. The January transfer window is now just 2 weeks away, and the club are expected to spend heavily this winter as Michael Beale looks to put his stamp on the team. The Gers have been linked to a handful of players, but one that has caught many Rangers fans by surprise was the strong links to Hibernian defender Ryan Porteous. It was confirmed earlier this month that Porteous would not be signing a new deal at Easter Road. Porteous is free to speak to other clubs from next month as he enters the final 6 months of his deal, and boss Lee Johnston admitted that the 23-year-old could be sold in January if the price is right. In an interview with Sky Sports, Porteous admitted he has aspirations to play in a different league, but refused to totally rule out a move to Govan. On the other hand though, Michael Beale confirmed that the Scotland international is not a player they have been talking about behind closed doors. He said, "He's not someone we've spoken about, to be honest. We've not spoken about any targets right now. The club had some targets they maybe had in mind. I've come in, I want to work with this group. Everything has been a bit of a whirlwind over the last 2 weeks. My focus has firmly been on this group. I think Ryan is a good young player. He sort of played in a new position tonight. Fair play to him. He scored a goal and I've seen him come through really. I was here when he made his debut, he's gone on to play for Scotland, but at the moment, I think he's part of their squad and I wouldn't want to speculate on that. I know it's come out that he's not going to sign a new contract, that means he must have something on his mind. If that's the case, that wouldn't be Rangers as we haven't discussed it yet. This transfer link will probably go on for a little while, until Porteous has decided where he wants to go, but I do still think Rangers will be linked to him, despite Bill saying the club have not spoke about it. It has been well documented on the injury crisis at Ibrox over the first half of the season, but the World Cup has provided a stopgap and allowed the Gers to get players fit again. Connor Goldson and Ben Davies have already returned back to training and were involved on the bench on Thursday night. However, there is some more good news with regards to returns, with John Souttar and Tom Lawrence set to return in January. Souttar has been out since the first game of the season, away to Livingston, while Lawrence has been out since around the end of August too. Michael Beale told the media, "We are looking at around mid-January for 1 or 2 of these guys like Tom Lawrence and John Souttar to be returning, which is good news. We also have Kemar Roofe back in training, which is good. There's a chance he could play at the weekend, but I want the best version of our players back. I don't want players coming back and breaking down. I have asked the sports science team to focus on the longer term rather than the next 4 days. Whilst the injured players are getting close to returns, there was some bad news, as it was confirmed that Antonio Kolak had picked up a calf injury. The Croatian hitman has scored 14 goals in 24 games since joining the Light Blues in the summer, but was posted missing for last night's Premiership return against Hibs. Alfredo Morelos was given the nod in his absence, however it has now been revealed by Sky Sports commentator Ian Crocker that Kolak had suffered a calf knock. It is unclear at this stage how long Kolak faces on the sidelines, but Michael Beale will hope his top goal scorer will be back in action sooner rather than later, as he aims to get his tenure at Ibrox off to the best possible start. Kolak has been one of the few transfer success stories for the Ibrox club over the last few windows. He started last week's 3-0 friendly win against Bayer Leverkusen, although didn't manage to get on the score sheet. Michael Beale got off the mark as Rangers boss, as his side completed a dramatic comeback win in an Ibrox thriller. The Rangers fans turned out in their numbers for a new era at the club, following the sacking of Giovanni van Bronckhorst, and it was a night full of drama and goals as the Jazz came from behind twice to secure a crucial 3 points. In this part of the video, we're going to go over the 5 things we learned from Rangers 3, Hibernian 2. Defensive concerns. Once again, Rangers lost a goal to a set piece with the marking all over the place. It has been a feature of Rangers in recent times and is a big one that Michael Beale will need to sort out. Obviously, we need to take into account that Rangers did have a makeshift back line that featured 2 midfielders, but with the returns of Connor Goldson and Ben Davies in the not so distant future, I'm sure it will be tightened up. Malik Tillman is special. Another impressive display from the young American was involved in much of the Rangers' play going forward, winning a number of duels. His Joe Aribo-esque flick-on header from Tavernier's corner for Jack's goal was a thing of beauty, and something Rangers have badly missed since the departure of the Nigerian. Outrageous feat to set up Morelos for goal number 3, 2 assists represent a decent night's work for Tillman. Malik under Michael Beale could be a match made in heaven, and hopefully he really kicks on from here. Resilience and desire. So far this season, Rangers I feel have lacked desire and resilience. Watching them, it has looked like there has been no urgency, but against Hibs we seen it. The pressure was already on for the home side before going into the break 2-1 down. Beale tinkered with the formation, and whether it was that alone, some half-time man management, or Hibs dropping a level, he got a response. They showed resilience and desire, and this is huge going forward, as I mentioned earlier, this is something the team have lacked badly. Morelos to go back to his best. After a frustrating first half showing the Colombian blew the roof off Ibrox, when he slotted home from close range to put Rangers ahead for the first time on the night in what would turn out to be the winner. He has some way to go to get back to the player that made Rangers fans fall in love with him, but tonight is certainly a start, and working with Beale again could get him back to that level. Work to be done. It was the first game of the Michael Beale era, and like all games, he'll pick out the positive and negatives. The games come thick and fast for Rangers, and they can't afford to drop any more points or give away goals like they did last night as they bid to chase Celtic at the top of the Premiership. The new boss will analyse the performance and get the hard work underway to rectify the issues on the training ground. Rangers fans, what did you make of Beale's first game in charge? And would you like to see the club sign Ryan Porteous? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. Please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.